Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're actually going to begin work on a player health script, and what we're going to do is have the temperature and the weather affect the player health. So we're going to begin in the day-night cycle script, and we want to come down to current temperature, and we're going to insert the word static. So now it's a public static float, and this is just so we can access this variable from the other script. Obviously we're going to work on having the temperature affect the player health to begin with, and we'll come back and we'll have things like the wind and if the player's wet affect the health as well. But we'll do that later. Let's just change that to begin with, and we'll go ahead and create a new C# script, and we'll just call this player health. And then we'll open it for editing. So, if any of you have watched my other tutorials, there will be some similarities to this script compared to the health scripts I've done before, but there will also be some big differences as well. But they will probably become more apparent as we fill out more of the script. So with that said, let's create of type public int, and we'll give this a naming convention of minimum player health. Let's make that equal to 0, close that line off, and we'll put it into the comments. Defines the minimum player health. And I'm sure you've guessed what's coming now. Maximum player health. Let's make this equal to 100. And into the comments defines the maximum player health. And below that, of type public float underscore current player health. Close the line off, into the comments defines the naming convention for the current player health. And let's come below here, public float underscore, and we want to give this a naming convention of player health bar length. Again, we'll just close that off, into the comments defines the naming convention for the player health bar length. And we'll continue on of type public float current player core temperature. And again, let's just close that off, into the comments. The same type of comment, define the naming convention for the player's core temperature. Just fix that typo there. And we'll continue on of type public float underscore, and let's give this a naming convention of player body temperature bar length. Let's close that off And we'll put it into the comments. Yeah, we'll just use the same comments. Defines the naming convention for the player body temperature and bar length. And we'll continue on. So public int underscore, and we're going to say safe body core temperature. We'll make this equal to, let's say, 36 degrees. Into the comments, defines the safe core body temperature. And we've just got to continue on. So public int, and let's give this a naming convention of minor body. Let's put heat danger, and we'll put temperature as well. We'll make this equal to 38. Defines the temperature value, which if the player's body temp rises above, we'll put minor effects will be felt. Okay, that's quite a long comment, but it is apt. So these temperatures are pretty close to real life temperatures, because obviously your core temperature is different to the temperature outside the body, the weather, but it is affected by it, especially over long durations, and it doesn't actually take a lot for the body. Well, it doesn't take a big change in the body's core temperature for your body to experience the effects. So minor body heat danger would be, like I said, minor effects. It would be uncomfortable, and then we need to create one where we actually get into dangerous territory. So major body heat temperature danger, let's give this value of 40, and we just need to change the comment there, major effects will be felt. And let's just copy both of those, let's paste those in. And we're going to change this to the cold. So let's have a little think about 33 degrees. And we need to change this comment as well. So rises above, change to falls below. And we need to change that for the next comment as well. So let's have a look. We don't need to change anything else in the comments. We'll change it to cold here and 30 degrees. And let's come here. So we'll say public float underscore returned temperature. Let's close that line off into the comments. So we'll say it defines the naming convention for the returned temperature value. So as I said, we're just going to have the effects for the temperature to begin with. We will be coming back and creating more variables depending for the if the player's wet, or you know, it's windy, or both. So that will be coming later, but let's, as I said, we're just going to get the basic ones for the temperature in place first. We'll create a void awake function, open and close brackets, open and close it again, inside the awake, and current player health equals maximum player health, close that line off, into the comments, set current health to maximum on game start. We'll come to the next line. We're going to say current player core temperature is going to be equal to the safe core body temperature. Into the comments, set current core temperature to safe temp on game start. And I'll just tidy up the comments. Okay, nearly done. And a couple of last things for this video. In the void update, we're going to say return temperature is equal to day night cycle, and it's the script we're accessing underscore current temperature. That's the value we set to static at the beginning of the video. So we'll say set current and set returned temperature to equal the current temperature from the day night cycle script. And let's come to the line below, and we're going to say underscore, and we want player health bar length is going to be equal to the current player health, and let's get that into the comments. Player health bar length value equals the current health value. And let's save that off there. I think we'll leave it here for this video. We've got all the basics in place, and in the next video we'll continue on. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.